Hello everyone, today I wanted to share with you how I prepare for an emergency, the vegetarian way or the plant-based way. Last week, California experienced an earthquake on July 4th and July 5th, and it is a pretty high magnitude earthquake. Thankfully for us here in Los Angeles, what we experience is a very mild swaying instead of a jolting motion. People from Ridgecrest, California, where the epicenter was, experienced a great deal of shaking over there, and some of the grocery stores had to be closed for a little bit because products have fallen off from their shelves. So in case you cannot get into a grocery during an emergency, what I have here are very basic items that can carry you through for a few days. Now let me start by saying that these items that I have here does not reflect how many days I am preparing for. These are just sample products of what I have in my storage in case of an emergency. Now how much to prepare depends on how big your household is and how many times a day you eat, what your dietary requirements are, and also your budget in storing food. So let me start first with some breakfast items. What I have here is baked beans. Now I don't normally eat this on a regular basis. This is only for an emergency because I find it very, very sweet. Now you can pair that with some saltine crackers. And I also have here canned fruit. These are pineapple chunks. So you can get a little bit of fruit and liquid into your body because this is very juicy. Then you can, that can be the liquid that you can store in your body. And also, worst comes to worst, I have here sardines. I know this is not vegetarian or vegan, but I have here sardines and tuna, which you can also eat with crackers. Again, this is an emergency. For me personally, in case of an emergency, I will probably forget being plant-based during that time period. You know, whatever food that is available to me is what I will eat, and let go of my plant-based lifestyle until services are restored back to normal. So this is why I have some of these non-vegetarian items here. And also, I have here canned corn and canned sweet peas. Now I personally have never tried canned sweet peas before, but I'm keeping it here for an emergency. The next thing I have here is canned soup. You can select any brand that you want. These are just my samples. And I have here vegetable barley. I have here Tuscan style white bean, tomato rotini, and garden vegetable. Now the reason I got this, let's see, this is 18.5 ounces. You don't need to add water to this. This is ready to serve, and this is good for 2 servings. Now that's one tip that I want to give you. If you're going to store soup, get soups that are ready to eat, because you do not want to tap into your water stores during an emergency. You want to keep your water supply for drinking instead of cooking. So as little as you can use for cooking, then as little water as you can use for cooking is better. So that's why I recommend having ready-to-eat soups like this one. And then I also have here diced tomatoes. This one here is diced and fire roasted tomatoes. Now assuming that you can still cook, then you can make some pasta and just pour this over your pasta, and that makes up for a meal. Now what I have here as well is organic vegetarian chili. Again, this is ready to serve. And also some organic kidney beans, refried black beans, and organic black beans. Again, these are all ready to eat. You can just eat it straight out of a can. So as minimal cooking that you need to do, then that's even better. I also have here for snacks, I have here nuts and seeds. So I have here some cashews, sunflower seeds, and pistachio nuts. And then of course, water. Now the recommendation is to have 1 gallon of water per person per day. And also I wanted to point out to budget for your pets as well. And also pet food, if you have any pets, and then definitely budget for those as well, for your pets as well. And these are just samples of what I have. You can have, you probably have different items in your emergency storage. And if you are canning your own vegetables and fruits and other food items, then that's even better. Now, for most of us who rely on the grocery store, this is just an example of what I will be preparing. Now, I also wanted to point out in the water, actually this water right here, I just reused a bottle. This is just tap water, and this is a reused brewed tea plastic bottle, and this is 59 ounces of water. So that's less than a gallon, but I do have others in store. So this is just an example of what I have. What I can do with this is I have a Berkey filter, which is gravity fed, so it doesn't require any electricity. So I can just pour it there and it will get filtered. This one right here, on the other hand, is sterile water. I boiled this water and this is sealed. This is a ball jar. And this one you can use if you need sterile water for any reason. Let's say you have infants and you need sterile water for them, for their formula, then this is one way. I'm guessing. I don't have any experience with infants myself, so that's what I have in mind, because I know infants require sterile water. So maybe this is a good way of having sterile water for your infants. And also for cleaning wounds. In case you injure yourself and you need to clean your wound with sterile water, then this is a good way of having sterile water in storage. What I did here is I boiled this and then I put this in this sterilized ball jar, and it is sealed right here, and I put the date here as to when I packaged this, when I canned this water right here. Again, I don't have any background in the health sciences, so, and also in nutrition, so these are just examples of what I do for myself. And if you have any suggestions or comments, please comment down below and tell me how you prepare for your own emergency. If any nutritional guidelines that you can share, please feel free to share. Also, and then when worst comes to worst, like I said, I will have here Spam. You know, I'm not going to be a very picky eater during an emergency, so what I have here is a Spam, and it's Spam light. Not that it's any better. Spam is Spam. It's a processed meat, but you know, in an emergency, it is a food item. Another thing I want to recommend is in case of a power outage, there's no electricity, then you might want to go through what you have in your refrigerator and freezer first. Try to consume all those first before you start consuming this, because these can last for a while those that are in your refrigerator, you will have to consume it right away. So go through those as well. And for breakfast items also, you can have fresh fruits, because you probably still have fresh fruits in your refrigerator, or maybe you have fruit trees in your backyard. So those are things that you can eat on a daily basis for either breakfast or snack or anything in between, really. Food is food during an emergency. All right, so again, if you have any comments, you want to share how you prepare the vegetarian way or the plant-based way, please comment down below. That is it for today, for today's vlog. Till next time, thank you for watching.